So I woke up today and checked my email and I saw this. Apparently, I was visited by the Low Fairy last night. And she said this to me. Woohoo! So I decided to log on World of Tanks and take a look at my garage situation. Still looking, still looking, still looking. Where did they hide this thing? Ah, there he is. Sorry about that. Well, let's get back to the tank. This is basically what it looks like in its natural habitat. As you can see, some of the stats is over there to the right. It has a 2.73 fire rate, 234, 334, and 85 average penetration, 750, and 950 average damage, 0.4 accuracy, and a 3.4 aiming time. It has 200 millimeters of armor in the front, 160 on the sides, and 120 in the back. It has 18 traverse speed, and it has 400 meter view range. Its engine has 1200 horsepower and only a 12% chance of catching fire. That's pretty awfully low. Here's a look at the tracks and the radio that I didn't care to really mention on this video, so just take a look. Let's move on to the fun part. What mods to get for it? Super heavy spall liner is a no-brainer for me. Fuck them arties. What should I go with next? The improved ventilation or vertical stabilizer? It's a tough choice, but you know what? You can never go wrong with a large gun rammer. We'll go with that. It's still a tough choice, but you know what? Since I went with the large gun rammer, the ventilations only make sense, especially when I get brothers in arms on this guy. Every little second counts with this gun. Well, it must be my lucky day, because look at that, 100 gold for retraining my crew to 100%. Done and done. No brainer. After dropping some stupid coin, it's time to pick a skill for him. I think repairs is a logical choice for right now. They'll help me out the best. So, let's get into some battles and see what we can do. I'm over here on Tundra, and this IS-7 decides to be a little brave and come at me and totally give me his side, so I take advantage. Wiggle my front, bounce right on the lower plate, right there. It's not as weak as everyone would think it is. But I decided to turn the opposite way a little bit, so he has trouble getting it, so he comes around and has to commit. Now, this was a bad idea for me. I left my side wide open, but you know what? I traded shots with him, and I'm winning so far. Ooh, that was a lucky bounce from that Foch. So I decided to back up and not take another hit. He seems to put one right underneath. I bounce off of his armor. Still focus on me though, and I have a buddy helping me out. Bounce another shot, and the T110E3 finishes him off for me. Thanks, buddy. Now let's look at some of the stats that we got for it. It wasn't anything spectacular. That was at the very bottom almost for damage, but you know what? Look at all that damage potential received that I got. 5,550. This battle was a loss for me, but you know what? It's the best I've done in this thing so far. There's a bit of a learning curve to it, especially if you've never played an off-spe. So, here I am kind of side-scraping this building, just showing my tracks. Waiting to see if anything shows up over here. Oh, there's a Jagdpanzer E100. So I start to line up my shot a bit. I bounce one, get hit by the Jagdpanzer, but I send one back at him too. So I decided my angle was not good enough. As you can see, he shot me right there on the side, so I just changed it a little bit. Now I decided to cut out all the little boring parts in this one for your guys' sake. Here we go. T-32 over there. Was able to sink one right through the arches. Waiting for the reload a little bit. This thing, right now I have an 18.5 second cooldown per shot. Not a lot of fun, but that was pretty fun. I aimed for the lower plate. I don't know what I hit. But every once in a while it tends to just bounce. But I do know, since I have a Jagdpanzer, I do know I will reload faster than him, so I just wait for him. He lines up his shot. I send one down for almost max damage. And I get to safety. Woohoo! Reload a bit. I have an IS-4 coming on my left to come help me out. And a T-57 heavy. Oh, he spots them. The Jagdpanzer decides to shoot the 57 and pays with his life. So I start to reload a bit, and I'm wondering what I can do with this T-32. I have a little bit of green over here, but look at that. It's like nothing. But I decided to risk it, and you know what? It worked out. Look at that little spot I put it through. RNG love me that shot. Never happens. Now I notice to my right, my team isn't doing so well, so I decided to come help out. I'm loaded and I'm driving, and hey look, a wild E3 appears. Stole that from Jingles. I totally Jedi shot him on the move. Was going to continue to drive, but then I stopped because to the right there's another VK and a Jagd Tiger over there who just died. But I didn't want to play with them, so I could get the fark out of there and get reset up. My angle all perfect and everything. And then a 268 suddenly comes around. Oh, jeez. Aim, 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 aim. Oh, what a lucky shot. Ah, he sends one right back into me. That hurts. Right into my upper plate, I think. I'm starting to get a bit surrounded. Wasn't lucky enough with that shot. It happens. There's a 183 Death Star coming around. And there's that 268 again. Trying to line up a shot. Don't have an angle. Oh, I lucked out. He bounced. No shot on him, but that Death Star is starting to come around, and I just wasn't fast enough. Ah, it sucks. Let's take a look at what we did for scores. It was a defeat, but top for damage, 47-48, not bad. And I took 7 hits for 7250 potential damage. Wow. And now for your viewing pleasure, all the camos that come available with it. Enjoy.